Kilimanjaro,
Kilimanjaro, Kilimanjaro, Kilimanjaro, mlima mrefu sana.
Kilimanjaro,
Kilimanjaro, Kilimanjaro, Kilimanjaro, mlima mrefu sana.
na mawenzi,
Na mawenzi, na mawenzi, na mawenzi, mlima mrefu sana.
na mawenzi,
Na mawenzi, na mawenzi, na mawenzi, mlima mrefu sana.
ewe nyoka,
Ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, mbona wanizunguka?
ewe nyoka,
Ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, mbona wanizunguka?
wanizunguka,
Wanizunguka, wanizunguka, wanizunguka, wataka kulila nyama.
wanizunguka,
Wanizunguka, wanizunguka, wanizunguka, wataka kulila nyama.
I saw Kilimanjaro when I was 11. That was the first time I came to Africa, and I decided one day I would climb it. And I'm 30 next year, so I figured that I should try and do it before I was 30. And these guys were my friends who didn't laugh at me when I said I was going to do it. So I said, did they want to come along? And they did.
I think it's a challenge, isn't it? It's something to say that you've done it.
I'm doing medicine San Frontier. Right. And what are you doing?
I'm doing it for the Lymphoma Association, to support people with lymphatic cancer.
We're interested in walking, we walk a lot, and Kilimanjaro is, I guess, very, very challenging without being technical. So there's no ropes involved, there's no equipment beyond regular walking gear, so it's, it's a challenge that way.
I wanted to do something special for our 5th year wedding anniversary, and I thought about all these resort places. We just go there and lay down and be lazy, and it sounded good. Yeah, and right about now I'm thinking, why didn't I do that? But climbing a mountain like that feels a little bit symbolic of marriage, making it, and felt like it's a good thing to do for it's memento, and so.
In other words, if I don't make it, we get a divorce.
We have to start walking from here at Simba Camp, the altitude of 2,650, going to second caves where we are going to have lunch. And from there we have to head southeast to Kikelelwa Caves, where we're going out to overnight. The altitude 3,642 meters, where we're going to overnight at Kikelelwa Cave.
Kilimanjaro, 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 mlima mrefu sana. Kilimanjaro, 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 mlima mrefu sana.
na mawenzi,
Na mawenzi, na mawenzi, na mawenzi, mlima mrefu sana.
This morning you are going to start walking, and the first part of the walking will take 25 minutes to get to the Giant Senecia Valley. Then you can have views and photos of the Giant Senecia. From there you can walk an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, non-stop up to the point, finishing the steepest part of the walk day.
Kilimanjaro,
Kilimanjaro, Kilimanjaro, Kilimanjaro, mlima mrefu sana.
Kilimanjaro,
Kilimanjaro, Kilimanjaro, Kilimanjaro, mlima mrefu sana.
na mawenzi,
Na mawenzi, na mawenzi, na mawenzi, mlima mrefu sana.
na mawenzi,
Na mawenzi, na mawenzi, na mawenzi, mlima mrefu sana.
ewe nyoka,
Ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, mbona wanizunguka?
ewe nyoka,
Ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, mbona wanizunguka?
This morning we are going to start to walk, and our walk will take us 5 to 6 hours, crossing the saddle area. The first part will be climbing back to the ridge that we crossed yesterday to come to Tana. Then after there, we can stop having some views and photos. After that photos, we'll proceed as we planned. On the way down, we'll be going a bit fast and going slowly up the ridge. And we'll keep moving slowly non-stop to exercise for the last time of going to the sun this evening.
Headache, dizziness, sick. And then once you're sick, you feel slightly better, but they were very good. It had someone stay with you, so you didn't feel as though you're pressured to go with the rest of the group.
Around 11, we'll be out of your bed, and till around 11, 12 hours. So it needs you to save your time now by sleeping, resting properly, and being positive for the sun.
Kilimanjaro.
I got to almost 5,000 metres. It sounds very dramatic, but I collapsed. I have asthma and I just couldn't breathe. Vincent, who was our head guide, was really, really good. He kept asking me if I wanted to go down, and I just really, really didn't want to. And when we got to Hans Meyer Cave, he told me that for my own safety, I had to go down from the mountain. I've never ever got to 5,150 metres before, and that's what I achieved, and it's a really, really good feeling, actually. I'm really, really proud of myself.
After half an hour, I thought there's absolutely no way I'm going to make it. And then we split into two groups. And I thought, no, I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 and look at heels. And we got there about 8:22 of us, separate from the rest. I can't believe I did it, and if the guides weren't so good, but the trick is telling them exactly how you feel.
I think it was a confrontation with myself that I didn't expect. For me, I think that the value of doing this was, beyond the obvious of, nice scenery and, sort of all the things that you can see on postcards. It was really sort of the battle with my body, the battle with myself, and actually to realize how far I can go beyond the point that I thought was the barrier. I think that for me was just a revelation and something that I'd probably take forward, and probably something that, I will hopefully remember, sort of muscle memory type of thing, hopefully remember and take forward into to other things in my life.
It was obviously very trying and difficult for myself at my age. I did an amount of training. I don't think it was sufficient, but we persevered, and with a lot of help from the other travellers and from the staff especially, they were very good, I thought. I did eventually manage to reach the top, which I think is quite an achievement. And looking back on it now, I can say I enjoyed it.
In terms of highlights, I mean, there were a lot of them. Getting to the top was obviously a highlight, although it was hard. It was really hard, and something you'll never ever forget. I think the views from the top, the glaciers, looking into the crater, all of that was fantastic. But it wasn't just that. It was the whole 6 days have been absolutely fantastic. The people in our group, the most friendly, it's been great fun. So I think there's a lot more to it than getting to the summit. There's a whole lot more to it, and that's probably the most important part.
Jambo Kilimanjaro.
I think it was great to push yourself as far as you could and have some fun at the same time. So I think the whole thing from start to finish has been great. That's the biggest highlight probably got to be the crew, I think, and how they looked after us.
They so took care of us, and that, every morning they would wake us with coffee, and they'd already been up an hour when you just barely opened your eyes, like that. There was so many moments like that of like human warmth I felt coming from the team members, That was also highlights, I think. And there were many of them that just, you know, sometimes it was the coffee, sometimes it was, you know, Francis holding my wife and to make sure she's all right, and so on and so forth.